What's going on, guys? I'm the Lone Vault Wanderer. I hope you're having a great day. So before I got started today, I wanted to give a big thanks to everybody that's subscribing to me in the past day. I've had a massive influx of subscribers because of these Fallout 4 videos, so I really do hope you're enjoying the content. And now, let's get into today's topic. So the first clip that I have for you now is entitled The Ella Savoir. I managed to download this audio clip before it was taken down from the site. Now, it's actually a slowed down version of a poem by Victor Hugo. The link is in the description below if you want to have a hear of the normal poem itself. But I can't really attach any significance to the poem, no, it's translation, but it's just food for thought. So I want to play the clip for you now, and then I'll talk about something else.
J'ai établi les lois sur les choses humaines, j'ai vu désormais le monde à ta façon. J'ai établi les lois mon boîte de fontaine, on lit dans le ciel les étoiles lointaines, comme au passant qui chante, on reprend sa chanson. J'ai établi les lois jusqu'au sens du fils. Serait-ce toi qui t'as là-bas? Que serait-ce sans toi que le cœur en boit? Que cette heure arrêtée la grande la honte, que serait-ce sans toi? Que ce soit la puissance. J'ai établi de toi pour ce qui me concerne, qui fait jour la nuit qu'un ciel peut être bleu, que le bonheur n'est pas avec un quai de ta haine. Tu m'as pris par la main, dans cet enfer moderne, où l'homme ne sait plus ce que c'est qu'être deux. Tu m'as pris par la main, comme un enfant.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that first clip, and now I'm going to talk about all the screenshots that I managed to obtain from the Tumblr site before they were all removed. Bearing in mind that if you were to go to the Tumblr site right now, and the link is in the description below, they've removed all of these posts, so I've managed to get screen caps of all of them so you guys know exactly what was referred to on the site. So the first screenshot I have for you guys today is this screen right here. Now if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the text unlocked, and what that suggested to me is that whatever computer system this Tumblr site is trying to represent, it is now unlocked and people could try and put in the passwords to try and gain access to it. So now somebody commented on that post, you can see at the top here, log on admin, and then the Tumblr page responded, logging on, welcome Maxson, access diary, managed log. So what that suggests is that somebody called Maxson, which is actually Robert Maxson, I'll get to that in a second, somebody called Maxson owns and operates this computer terminal / Tumblr site, and has a diary and log on there of which you can gain access to and see his recordings, his holotapes, or whatever it might be. So I'll get to the next screenshot now and you'll see exactly what I mean. So as you can see now, somebody has successfully accessed the diary, and in response the Tumblr page has listed 11 entries dated from October 10th, 2077 to October 27, 2077. Now these dates do have a significance about them because when the bombs were dropped in the Fallout universe and the world was chucked into nuclear turmoil, that was on October 23rd, 2077, and these diary entries are dated from October 10th to October 27, 2077. Now these are actually referring to the West Tech Research Facility, and after a bit of research I confirmed that this is 100% referring to that location. And the fact is that these entries are going to be referring from the events preceding from when the bombs were dropped to the events thereafter, after October 23rd. So it's going to be very interesting to see as these diary entries are rolled out onto the Tumblr site as to what their content is and what they're actually referring to give us some insight about the lore regarding that time. And straight after that post, here is the first diary entry of Roger Maxson. Now I'm actually going to play a pre-recording that I did of this in a kind of shortwave radio kind of voice to set the setting for you guys, and so I'm not just repeating what's said already on the screen. So I hope you guys enjoy this.
I, Roger Maxson, Captain. Serial number 072389. Have started this log because it doesn't look good for any of us, and I'd like for people to know what really happened here. All hell broke loose when we finally discovered what those scientist bastards were up to. The colonel has locked himself in his office and seems to be having some sort of breakdown. The men are screaming for blood. They're looking to me for answers, and I'm not sure what to do. Someone has to do something, though, before this place sinks into an anarchistic bloodbath.
Now, if you guys don't know, I've done a bit of research about this. Roger Maxson was actually an officer in the United States Army who thereafter became the founder of the Brotherhood of Steel and its first High Elder after the Great War. Now, I'm reading all of this from a Fallout wiki, but so you guys don't have to go there, I'm just going to read it word for word so you guys understand who Roger Maxson is and what his diary entries are about. So he was originally the second in command of the security team stationed in the West Tech Research Facility since January 3rd, 2076. The team and the research personnel were later relocated to the Mariposa military base in the year January 7, 2077, where further FEV research was conducted. On October 10, Maxson found out, and his men as well, learned about the human experiments going on in the base, and the base morale suffered a hefty blow. So this is actually referring to that diary entry that I just read out to you then. Maxson and all of his team found out what the scientists were doing in the Mariposa base with the whole FEV experiments, and they wanted to kill the scientists. They wanted to know who was accountable and what they were, signing up for. So I'll continue reading it here. The original leader of the security team, Colonel Robert Spindle, suffered a nervous breakdown and committed suicide, so Maxson assumed his command. So this was the colonel that he referred to in his in the holodisc that I referred to before. He suffered a nervous breakdown in his office after closing it and committed suicide, so thereafter Robert Maxson assumed his command. And then he took control of the entire base and interrogated the scientists. After interrogating Chief Scientist Robert Anderson and learning what was actually happening on the base, Maxson executed him. 5 days later, Spindle committed suicide and Maxson ordered all of the scientists executed. So presumably when the colonel was actually, suffering from a nervous breakdown and committed suicide, Maxson just went berserk and killed all of the scientists for what they were doing to these humans with the FEV experiments. And then, feeling confusion and detachment, Maxson declared himself and his men in full desertion from the army via radio. No answer came as the political station was at its climax from the Great War at hand. So Maxson and all of his men completely detached themselves from the US-American Army, and obviously, thereafter left the base and formed the Brotherhood of Steel. So there you go, that's how the Brotherhood of Steel was formed, if you didn't know. Now, the personal families stationed outside the base were ordered to move in. 2 days later, the bombs launched, obviously on October 23rd. Maxson and his men survived the war unharmed, safely sealed inside the military base. So when the bombs dropped, none of them were killed, and that's how they would have formed the Brotherhood of Steel. After making sure that the radiation levels outside were safe, Maxson ordered everyone to leave the accursed bunker and to travel to the Lost Hills government bunker. After burying the scientists, Maxson soldiers and their families began the exodus to Lost Hills. Raider attacks took a hefty toll of the casualties, including Maxson's wife. His son survived, and his men later formed the Brotherhood of Steel, and the Lost Hills facility served as their main base. And he became the first High Elder of the Brotherhood of Steel, forming the Order of the Knights, Scribes, and Paladins. So this is all of the lore that was featured so prominently in Fallout 3, and obviously in the past Fallout games. And in 2097, his grandson, John Maxson, was born. Roger Maxson eventually died of cancer in 2135, and his son, already an accomplished soldier, took up the role of High Elder, which stayed with the Maxson family until John's death. After John's death, the Brotherhood regarded Roger Maxson as the most holy figure. Two places are known to be named after him, or from his descendants. Maxson's, one of the states in the New California Republic, and Maxson's Bunker, a Brotherhood of Steel outpost somewhere to the east of California. The only known living descendant of Roger Maxson, the young Arthur Maxson, who was living inside the Citadel in the Capital Wasteland under the care of Owen Lyons and the Capital Wasteland detachment of the Brotherhood of Steel. So obviously Maxson's descendant, Arthur, made his way over to the Citadel, and then that's when the events of Fallout 3 took place. Now, after a further bit of research, what the Tumblr page is actually posting is Captain Maxson's diary from some hollow discs at the Mariposa military base on level 4, which is actually present in the earlier Fallout games. So as you can see now, these are all of the diary entries which are presumably going to be released sequentially on the Tumblr page regarding Fallout 4. But I'll put these on the screen now. You can stop and pause and read them if you like. And I've also got a link in the description below taking you straight to the Fallout wiki where you can read the entire diary in full. If you guys want me to actually go into detail into this diary, let me know, but I'm just bringing you that information now. Now here is the last screenshot that I managed to capture. Somebody has posted back manage log, and in response the Tumblr page has outputted accessing log restricted. Access has been restricted by Eladu. So this name has been coming up again. We're not sure if it's referring to a person, whether real or metaphorical. But anyways, guys, I'll let you guys debate all of that in there. This is all the information that I was able to obtain regarding Fallout 4 on the Tumblr site. As I said, they've removed everything since, so this is the only place that you're able to get it. So as soon as something is posted up on there, if you guys could please let me know, or even screen capture it as fast as you can, because they seem to have a habit of removing things. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the content. Please like and subscribe. This has been A Lone Bot Wanderer.